Bienvenue à tous. Welcome to Reporters Plus here on France 24. China's presence in Africa is key to economic development on both sides. And Chinese investment in Zambia perhaps highlights this the most. While this creates jobs and, to a degree, wealth for local people, there is also resentment. But the relationship between Zambia and China isn't new. It began when Zambians were quite literally fighting for their independence from Great Britain, funded and armed by the Chinese. Well, today, there's a growing sense that China's influence outweighs that of local people, and that could weigh on the political landscape too. Romeo Longlois, Nicolas Germain and Yi Song with this.
How is the collection this week?
This week collection, not very bad.
How about this, Tanzania?
That's the one that we need to collect because it's more than $170,000. Yeah, so Eric was saying that it's absolutely sugar.
I think the female pregnant now, huh? I think so.
Oh, yeah. The madam, she's really a landscaper. With that landscaping. Very, very good at that.
我们这些全是野生动物园给弄过来的。这个工厂区哈绿化非常好，想着就再引进一些动物，显得人与自然更加的和谐。这样呢，这个工人来上班呢，一个是绿化比较好，然后看见动物呢，心情呢会更加的愉快。
It's a bit tough. I don't know if people manage with.
No, they manage. They manage. This time the camera, they are all very good. These people, we always have to tell them, safety is number one. Eh? Safety, safety, safety.
Safety number one.
在国内的时候，因为这个竞争非常激烈，这个利润呢越来越低。2007年的时候，一个朋友就说咱们一起去那个去这个赞比亚吧，那边有很好的发展机会。那因为当时对这个市场啊、对这个政治呀、对这个环境呀都不熟悉哈，就是在别人工厂里面打工做了2年。You know your mask. Even cover your nose, the mask. 刚来的时候英语也不会，也不好，就是2年时间呢，就是非常努力的来学习英语。然后2年之后开始自己做了。我开始做这个编织袋，供应这个大的公司，像这个种子公司呀、饲料公司、水泥厂。在私企里面，制造业我们是第一。我在赞比亚就是名副其实的白手起家。可以说在华人圈里面，我是一个传奇。现在的话，我们这个整个公司的就是市场评估价值已经超过了2.5亿美金。Oh, we just bought this extra land for the future expanding. 2017年的时候呢，开始创立了这个马可波罗瓷砖厂。
Mr. Huang, our CEO, also very good person, is kindly people. That is why I want to work with him, to work for him forever. That is why I'm here. Yeah. They are friendly. They like to learn, but they also forget very fast. It's our material. We got our mine. Here is a gas station. From the coal, we make a gas to heat the towers. Here is the controlling room for the gas station. And there you see the police post were built for the community. Here is no police post. That is why the community, the councillor come to us. They say, no, can you assist us build a police post? And our CEO, Mr. Huang, decided, yes, no problem, we'll build one. Even a bit far, we start to make a foundation already for the hospital, for the community also. Yeah. And the school also, after the hospital. Here we're investor, we make some money, but we also considering how the situation for our Zambia people.
It is very sensitive to talk about Chinese influence in Zambia today because of, I would say, the connections that they have with very influential, very powerful people that I don't think any one of us wants to cross.
Well, I think that in developing countries, there is corruption, just like in developed countries. In the USA, it's called lobbying, and here it's called I've corrupted you to change the law, you know?
The reality now is that you are better, you are safer being Chinese in Zambia than being in Zambia.
Sorry, there was no response from the requested number.
The embassy doesn't want to talk. They don't talk. They don't talk. I meet the Chinese ambassador very often. We have lunch, we have dinner, we have what, but he'll never say anything in public. They understand that nobody likes them, so why should they pretend?
Ma? Ma?妈，你什么时候收料啊？啊？这个猪还得吃多长时间？
没事了。
没事。
咋搞的嘞？你现在没啥问号。
他们以前在中国的话，就一直是在务农。为什么要他们这边来？因为他们之前有养殖的经验，那可能规模没有现在这么大，但是他们有养殖的经验。The whole farm we feed almost 350 somewhere there, and our plan is in the future, maybe 2022, we can reach 3,000 somewhere there. 这个猪还不到出栏的标准呢。我现在已经快奔4了，对吧？然后呢？我人在这里，家里面2个老人，我没有办法照顾他们，所以说当时我就在想，我把他们放在我身边，我可能更放心。
你看都包了，你还不能往里撂。我撂那也吃不了那个。
我妈也经常问我，她说他们怎么这么黑呀？
有。
为什么我们是黄色的，然后他们是黑色的？毕竟是没有出过国嘛，那我就说他们可能是太阳晒多了。你看看你啊，你看看你，脏死了啊 ！4 years.
And him, who is he?
This one is our watchman's son. They are friend. He's elder than him. He's supposed to go to school now because of COVID-19. Just stay at farm. 6 months, he came to Zambia. I think he speaks some local language, Nyanja. 平常我们家人来的也少，来招待。这个保姆呢她是当地人，我小女儿非常喜欢她。因为那个卡扎菲嘛。我的邻居叫施建平，他是浙江人。
我上次全部采下来呀，就是家里放了2吨多啊。
这个果好像坏掉了，
鸡吃掉。
鸡吃掉了。
你看这个火头要。
你今天拉出去多少呀？
今天多，今天拉了2趟了。
你在中国的话，搞农业没有大地块让你去做农业了，所以说你必须从国内走出来。国内也是要求我们走出来，
什么办法呀？
因为中国的话，地块太小了，人口太多了，
只要竞争太激烈的中国。你比如说一个火龙果一样，你在国内，可能你家种了，看到你赚钱了，明天他就跟上了，对不对？在这边的话，就是我独家。你像我这么一个农场，就我一个人在这里，用的全部当地工人，
互惠互利嘛，双赢嘛。我们需要他们，他们也需要我们，因为他们的基督国家嘛，他们可能觉得我们是上帝派来的，真的。所以说他们感谢 God 嘛，我们是上帝派来的人呢，我们是上帝派来的人。
Those are Chinese. You can find it written Chinese name. Everywhere Chinese, everywhere Chinese. So we are controlled by Chinese as well. This time around the life is very bad. The business are shut down because of coronavirus. Oh, the government, they are doing nothing. They are busy telling us lies. This is going to be very tough elections. People, they want change because they are really suffering. All these people, they are busy cheating us.
This government has a zero tolerance to corruption. The Patriotic Front is a pro-poor political party. It is a party of the peasants, the ordinary Zambians, the farmers, the workers, the students. So it's a party of patriots and not sycophants, not those that want to steal from the people, to embezzle from government. We are very confident that His Excellency President Edgar Chagwa Lungu will emerge victorious.
Morning. Antonio Mwanza, Deputy Media Director, Patriotic Front. Young Obama. We call him Young Obama.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, sound check. China is not taking away anything from Zambia. In fact, China has helped us more than the Western world. China has invested billions of their own money in our mining, in our infrastructure, in our communication and transport. China is investing billions of dollars in our energy infrastructure. So China is giving us a better deal. And also China is helping us with transfer of technology. China will continue to be our partner.
这个现任总统 Mr. Lungu 的 This one is my wife. 从来赞比亚到现在我已经见过赞比亚4位总统，我都见过。第一任总统卡翁达、卢皮亚班达、萨塔、Mr. Lungu。从个人角度还有从这个企业的角度来讲，都希望这个政局的稳定。政局稳，如果说换政府的话，你这个政局这些一些政策肯定会有改变。当然我们希望就是继续保持稳定的，让他呢就是再执政5年。
Every country needs investment. The challenge that I can honestly tell you is that a lot of agreements that Zambia has with China are not transparent. Put a lot of money in roads, they put a lot of money in hospitals, and the problem with that is that most of these projects were overpriced. There was a lot of corruption and awarding of contracts, to friends, and associates, So instead of a road costing $10, roads were costing $50. The government has failed, to actually disclose, 100% how far our relationship goes with China. How much do we owe China? External debt is over $10 billion and whatnot. But we know that the total debt is more than that. The Chinese businesses are present in a lot of sectors. They're everywhere. We need an economy that protects some of the sectors, for the local people.
They said that what challenges do you have with the Chinese? Yeah.
These Chinese, they like bringing chicken on the market. Even if they are not ready, they just bring and they sell at a cheaper price. Okay? So you find that as Zambian, we are even failing to keep our chicken. Because of that, people are just going to buy Chinese chickens, and what they do, they can even start selling the chicken at even 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And what they do, they boost their chickens.
Too much medicine for Chinese people.
Zambian chicken is good. After they reach 5 weeks, they start just giving water with feed, no any chemical. But Chinese continuous giving vitamins.
Very hard to compete with Chinese.
Can't compete. It's cheaper. Your chicken is very expensive. Our chickens, they are big. We are selling at a high price. Them, they are selling at a small price. And we want the Chinese to go.
Territoire, presque une fois et demie grand comme la France, la Zambie, anciennement Rhodésie du Nord, est devenue depuis aujourd'hui le 36e État indépendant d'Afrique. 100 000 Zambiens en liesse emplissaient aujourd'hui l'immense stade de Lusaka où s'est déroulée la cérémonie de proclamation de l'indépendance et d'investiture du premier président de ce nouvel État.
The relationship between Zambia and China started way back before Zambia became independent. As the freedom fighters, when they were struggling to gain independence from British colonial rule, they needed support from countries that could give them support. And China was one of those countries that gave Zambian freedom fighters the support. China, in fact, was among the first countries that established diplomatic relations with Zambia because of that background.
À noter que quelques heures à peine avant la proclamation officielle de l'indépendance, un accord est intervenu sur le litige qui opposait le gouvernement de la Rhodésie du Nord à la British South Africa Company à propos des droits miniers.
That independence was immediately followed by challenges. There was the closure of the border between Zambia and then southern Rhodesia, what is today Zimbabwe. And the other route that Zambia could use to export her copper was through the port of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. So the Chinese government came on board and assisted and constructed the Zambia-Tanzania Railway.
赞比亚中国经济贸易合作区是为落实2006年中非合作论坛北京峰会成果而建立起来的，是中国在非洲大陆建立的第一个国家级境外经贸合作区。园区以发展有色金属工业为主导，园区为辐射中南部非洲的综合保税区。我们坚信，赞中合作区将在中非合作新时期持续焕发，勃勃生机。
Hello.
We have only one thing because we don't involve politics. Yeah, yeah. No election about Zambia. No politics. Yeah, yeah.
你把手机拿过来，我给你看一下。等一会儿啊，我有个数据，我们前2天刚有个数据，欧阳参赞刚给我发了个短信，就是2020年中国对赞比亚的直接投资达到4.4亿美元，名列非洲投资的第1名。在中国“一带一路”的这样的政策的引导下呢，其实会唤起这种更多的中国的企业来到非洲大陆。Anything else?
Just standing at the Championship Copper Smelter Limited, yeah, which is the biggest copper smelter in the Africa continent. Also the first copper smelter from China. The purity for this product should be 98 above.
我们现在已经累计吸引了投资将近27亿美元，给当地解决了就业呢，大概1万个工作岗位，入园企业已经达到了74家。
All the production line came from China. It's made in China.
Some people in the West, you know, they say China is getting too big in Africa. What is your response to them when they say that?
It's a so big question. It's very difficult
To say for that，这怎么回答他？我知道，就是太大了嘛，就是有点掠夺资源。我觉得这个就非常敏感。我们其实对我们企业来说，我们就是来跟当地很好的融合，完了为他创造就业，给他贡献税收。当然，我们通过这样的合作呢，我们也创造了我们的价值嘛。我觉得这是一个共赢的，叫 win-win 的这种 situation。对，你们要知道，我们这个产品啊，不仅仅是卖到中国，我们还卖给一些西方的公司，包括法国的公司。OK，let's go。
That's a political question.
Yeah.
Of the West versus China.
Yeah.
Sorry, could you just let me make sure?
Do we have the figures of in the Chinese mines? How much of the copper goes to China? Do we know that?
We don't have any figures in the mining industry. It's crazy. It's crazy, just like that. Nobody.
Why?
Mines are very secretive. There is what is known as Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, but it's all lies. Yeah, it's all lies.
What is the government doing?
Do you know how they do it? I go and take a sample to government. This is the copper ore I'm exporting. Then there's less copper content than what. Then what goes, nobody checks it.
They do not understand us.
And
when we are trying to
especially-
explain to them, and lack of communication, because they use another tip and they don't care about us. Even safety, they don't do that for us. When me out on dump site, there's too much dust. When you complain, they don't hear us.
Especially on the issue of money. Yeah, it's so difficult.
Here in Zambia, government, they said we should work 8 hours, okay? Now we are working 12 hours, and look at the money we are getting. Let me show you. We was getting on 8 hours. Now it's 12 hours. Listen, there's no difference.
I think they want to shoot some view here inside. Here is our Chinese, residential area. You've seen here we have the, tennis and the basketball flare, area, and also we have all this apartment for Chinese employees. That's why we're saying we are just like a group family. Here is our Zambian, staff residential area. Hello. Is there someone they have cleaned your house, then they want to shoot a room? Normally, most of the Zambian staff, they are going home every day. But for this COVID-19 area, so we just renovate it as a quarantine, residential area. So it's a simple dining, a living room, and we have a bathroom inside. It's a self-contained.
It's better than home. No place like home.
All of us, we are the same. Even for our Chinese, we want to see they are our family members, but there's problems. So I think this is a problem for us to conquer together.
We are fine here.
The ZCZ branch. We are planting strawberries, but we are under this quarantine, so we are sleeping here to the campaign.
How long have you been here without seeing your family?
From last year, April, up to now.
And when do you think you will see her again?
I don't know.
Chino chalo chavena Zambia, chino chalo chavandumba, chino chalo chavanefyuma, abachuli sheva sunga, mono Zambia twavana kopa, nintangi shisha tumpa, gabasanga goli de panchi, nishabo baya kuchaina, nabafwala no tumasuti, namacheza na meno panse, atitwaya tu forever investor mama. Ukwambile misibu Zambia ya ma Chinese na ma hotelu tata ya ma Chinese ifwa pa tulese kane mitundu kopa basenda tuleti moneni mutunguyu mukula basenda mayo 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 mayo.
The song Yama Chinese discusses how much control we've lost. We've lost control of our own economics, we've lost control of our own social and political control. And when I say political control, I should be able to tell you that the Chinese businesses in this country are literally funders of politicians in the ruling government. So they finance personal projects for these politicians. They finance the campaigns. We know these things as facts in this country. And so many people know. It is easy for me to point a finger at a Chinese investor who is abusing their workers, because they do it without caring who is who and who is watching and who is not. Other investors may want to hide some of these things. So even when they have situations or cases with labor laws and their illicit transactions, they will try to hide that. For the Chinese, there is no hiding. They are doing it with so much impunity. Like they are untouchable. Anybody can see what they are doing. We see these things. You hear these stories every single day.
As a journalist, it's very, very important for me, especially having grown up on the Copper Belt, to follow all the proceedings in the mining sector, from production to unionism, to people who are displaced, to environmental impact. It is very important for me to follow this. And I actually do mining stories a lot more often than any other stories. Hello? Achimulunda is a land, human rights, and governance activist. He is a credible source.
Yeah.
The story that we were going to do is about NFCA and some residents, some locals that were displaced due to these mining operations.
To the right side, there used to be some families here who used to live here. And their tenure, security of tenure to land was compromised was not legal. So in some way, they were considered as squatters.
They were displaced about 10 to 15 kilometers. Where they are now is a remote area. The road is utterly impassable.
There's no public transport for them to do their daily tradings easily. It's always a challenge. They have to walk up to the main corridor. Chinese houses. The famous Chinese houses.
Marifa no? Amapozama.
So ifwe tulibalanda mutu mone pana twakota kuti twaya mukufaya mpanga shavene kuleta tukwate na mpia ya kusonkela ukusonkele bala sta pelima
Chikarambanshi mune irishana.
mesh tukwete elo nakabiri umuseo batu wamishako umuseo ulia efe tulefwaya na kliniki takuli muti muhala kwa kliniki yao umuti na for 400
uko mwafu mine chali shani kula mwafu mine
kule twafu mine kule twali kwete amabala Yesu nama ndirai twali kwete fwe bene twale imbame twali ashari furu mu mandirai
Namoneka nokumoneka ngabasa pe apamse kupapelera kutabesa namagaga abana bali sapura moneni bakwale pyale puka ifi mwana
D? Oh yeah, so this is a toilet without water. Mwakata na wanga? 7. So this household with 2 bedrooms, a kitchen, a sitting room, and a toilet has 2 parents and 7 children.
Mama, takuli ushenga kuliko fiana nifi ushakutu wapiba fino hizo tulelanda akamwela nishikale pita nomba takuli kwa kupitira omwero kumone tuife kwati ni muchina ni fo tuikere nchibuzu.
Yeah, so the houses, they are convinced the quality is okay. It's just the lack of ventilators and them being too small for the families that they have. Are pshati enish mwasu minine ko watu bamirete kono bamifunye para mwa.
Bali patikishe tatwasi
bashira bakulefya amanda mukampampa ngokwisa mkusindoleesa na chini
pali maini
chicha kutobera kwa mayani niya kumisendere fe ambeni ukulonga ilinga mwakana
walaisa mjeni walenga fina fly
kolefya amana mchiyande senda chapona bamiko basana shakulubaya so finzo flyeta paka bonsi bachani bakwana mwa mweso abantu tabatere tabatere kusakura mwanji tabachitemera nomba tabachi
nobody made a watch.
God mwacha wandisa.
鱼和水在中国呢就是财富的象征，所以呢我们就把它给建成了一个大的鱼池。来之前在国内生活压力非常大，每天呢就非常忙，还要加班。然后来到这边之后呢，就是这边什么事都慢，效率非常低，就是说不用急。就是国内跟这边比的话，我还是比较喜爱这边。想念家乡呢？因为现在有这个疫情，现在基本上快2年了，还没回去。
That's lucky.
Yes, it's lucky.
Stopped crying because I used to hear that you used to cry about the first timers.
我在国内的话也是生活和工作在北京，跟这样的国际大都市相比，这边的交通状况要好很多。我其实，在赞比亚前后待了也10多年了，对于非洲，对于赞比亚，我是非常有感情的。My wife is there. 人民非常的满足，对我们中国人对外国的投资者非常的友好非常的善良。集团公司有一批像我这样的那个管理者，已经深深的了解了赞比亚文化，了解赞比亚人民的这个的行为方式，跟他们的这种文化上的差异，也逐渐的在缩小。
我父母他们到了赞比亚，他们是直接来到了这个农场。这晚上的话，可能有猫头鹰啊，什么乌鸦呀，还有什么老鹰啊，他们会在夜里面叫，他们特别怕，因为在中国的话，可能这么好的生态环境，可能他们没有见过。吃吧，吃。
没事。
你喝酒不？
我不喝，
没有饮料了。
没出过国的人在非洲很热，黑人就晒黑的，很多人都是这样。
疾病。
对，一个疾病。
战乱。
在我们知道，实际非洲的气候大多数都是很好的。
那这边带孩子，孩子确实不容易生病，因为这边气候很好，你知道吧？然后生病的机会非常少，因为我知道有很多妈妈，我认识很多妈妈，他们在这边都没事儿，但是一带孩子回去完蛋了，天天跑医院。
像我们想回回不去，因为这边已经适应了这边的慢节奏，国内的快节奏我们有时候真适应不了。
在非洲也12年了，不想回去。
我11年了。
A report by Romeo Langlois, Nicolas Germain and Yisong. See their report again via our website, france24.com. And of course, we'll continue to bring you all the developments on African news here on France 24. This is Reporters Plus. Thank you for watching. Stay with us, but most of all, stay safe.